Eddie Pinheiro set to kick off.
As of this morning, summer officially over. It's time for autumn football, and we're underway on EA Sports.
And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
The drive will begin with a run by Benson.
Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley.
He's still on his feet. Inside the 10.
Touchdown, Cardinals.
Trey Benson, his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Cards will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point by Ryland, up and good.
And that makes the score 7-0.
Back out is the kicker, Ryland, and he'll send this one away.
Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here.
And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
Well, you gave up the first touchdown of the game, but how about the response? Big-time return. Now it's their chance to try and put points on the board.
Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line. 1st and 10.
At the 40.
Here's the Pro Bowler, Christian McCaffrey.
And he stopped immediately there. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
2nd down and right back to McCaffrey.
And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield.
Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey.
And the pressure gets to McCaffrey as they stop him short of the line to gain.
No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Yes, it's the first half, but we'll see if that stuff there on 3rd and 1 comes back to haunt him.
I hope you don't mind, but it's not going to stop me from putting a check mark next to this play. Let's look back as this game progresses and see if this is one of the key plays in the game, even though it occurred early.
Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. 15 for the Niners there and a 1st down.
49ers, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Purdy.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. A gain of 8 there on the play. And it'll be 2nd and a couple.
The Niners at 1-1 through 2 games thus far. It's not a start that's going to set the world on fire, but they've been pretty solid nonetheless.
And the first thing that crosses my mind is certainly beats the alternative of starting 0-2. I do think that this is a team that's going to take a little time to find its footing. Hard to navigate the always tough NFL.
A well-executed 22-yard gain.
And that's a nice job of working his way open down in the red zone. Looked that one in and then made a beeline for the pylon. He didn't quite get there, and you want to give him a little extra for the effort, but instead he sets his guys up in excellent shape for 1st and goal.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and goal at the 3-yard line.
Now Purdy.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. It's Marte Mapu. And the Cardinals are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started.
They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. The tale of two extremes. First carry, he went for a bundle. His second goes backward.
And how many times have we seen that happen? Because you get that big carry, and you come back and you're all fired up, and sometimes you force a run a little bit, right? Trying to break off that big carry again, and instead it works opposite.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
There's a lot about that play you can easily see coming. Backed up in the shadow of their own goal line, you know they're going to face pressure.
He's lucky his arm was going forward. It was close, but it was going forward.
Yeah, it could have been a safety or even giving up a defensive touchdown.
Murray now to throw.
Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
Here comes the Cardinals punter now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. It's a 45-yard punt, but a decent return there of 9 yards. And the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, look at this Arizona defense.
This unit, they've struggled a little bit against the pass, ranked number 21 in the league.
What they lack in pass defense, they do make up for in run defense. They're a top 10 unit against some people trying to move the ball on the ground. This is a passing league, so there's a conundrum for them. How do they get better defending the pass?
And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. So now, following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10.
Now Purdy, he's going to change the look here.
They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try to put it in that way.
5 yards that time on the completion. And now it's 3rd and goal.
Brings up 3rd and goal.
Purdy on a sneak.
And he'll get in. He's over for a touchdown.
Brock Purdy.
His 5th touchdown now on the year.
And the 49ers are an extra point away from drawing level. Pinheiro's extra point up and good.
And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
And a touchback as Dortch elects not to return it.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Now Murray. Wilson snags it left side. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
And this is 3rd down.
Throwing now is Murray. That is caught. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
It's a gain of 11. That's good for the Cardinals. First down. A gain of 11 on the play. And the Cardinals
Murray now.
first down.
Well, tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. It's Jair Brown who's got it. And the Niners are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at the yard.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
Another run with McCaffrey on second down.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. This offense so far on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
Purdy now to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Niners first down, and comfortably so, as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard.
First down. First and 10.
Purdy will set up to throw it here.
And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Throwing here, Purdy. He'll get this underneath to McCaffrey.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 40. They give him 14 yards that time, but a fresh set of downs.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
McCaffrey running up the middle.
He'll get this down to the 38.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Here's Purdy. That's complete out left to Ayuk.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 27-yard line. 11 yards for number 11.
First down. First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
A handoff, McCaffrey running right.
He'll take it inside the 25.
A gain of 3, second down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7.
At the 24-yard line.
A 2nd and 7 with our score tied at 7, but they're planning to change that soon. Only question, will they get 3 or 6 out of it? And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Eddie Pinheiro on for the field goal. A 41-yard attempt.
This is up and good from Pinheiro.
And they take the lead here now 7.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And he backs it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit him over the top, unsuccessfully.
To throw, it's Murray.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted.
And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. Suddenly it's first and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here.
McCaffrey is not going to get in. In fact, he'll lose a couple of yards back to the 3.
A loss of 2 there. Second down.
Brings up second and goal. At the Cardinals' 3-yard line.
Purdy from the gun. That'll be caught by Ayuk. Touchdown 49ers. Brandon Ayuk laying himself out in the end zone. And the Niners are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Pinheiro's extra point up and good.
And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he returns this to the 22.
On the return, the Cardinals take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. This is taken in by McBride.
The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
A gain of 34 yards. First down, Arizona.
First and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost.
Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. From the 32 now, here's first and 10. To throw is Murray.
Open man is Marvin Harrison Jr.
And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Cardinals first down. A gain of 13 yards.
Again, they'll throw with Murray. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving them a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused.
Touchdown!
Marvin Harrison Jr.
As the first half is winding down.
And the Cardinals are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Now Ryland for the PAT.
And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game.
17. Cardinals 14. Chad Ryland to kick off for Arizona.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 20. Six-yard line.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And that will do it for this first half.
14.
It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
And, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it. But I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities. And I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
He's going to drop this down to McCaffrey.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
A yard all they need, but it's third down. Shotgun now with Purdy.
And that will be incomplete.
And so many times we look at the opening drive, the third quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it. And that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
And the 49er first down. First and 10 at the 48.
Back to throw, Purdy.
And that's complete to McCaffrey. And he'll get it down here to the 43.
Partner, normally double coverage is reserved for receivers and tight ends, but this time they actually targeted the running back with it, and it still wasn't enough. He attacked the defense and got in a great position to haul in the catch and get a nice gain out of it.
Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Purdy looking to throw. Connects with Kittle underneath.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
Play action. Now Purdy. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself.
And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give them a short yardage situation here for second down. Now a first carry for their fullback. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a first and goal.
They've definitely established a rhythm on this drive, moving the ball quite well. And big man with football is an integral part of the whole thing.
This is McCaffrey on the give. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on first down, holding them to a short gain.
Out of the gun, Purdy. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. Through an opening, and there he goes.
And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. That was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Kyler going to give this to Benson.
There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner.
Really held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop the jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
Here's Murray. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line.
That is Nick Bosa from out on the edge who worked his way in for the sack. So on 4th down, out comes Chad Ryland for the Arizona field goal.
And his kick is good.
So kind of disappointing there. I mean, yes, they get the 3, but with starting field position like that, 3's not what you're banking on.
No, and you just have to wonder if you can afford to let chances like that continue to pass you by. You've got to find ways to get the ball to the end zone and put 6s on the scoreboard.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
And the last time out, they had the good drive going. You get in the red zone, they throw the interception. Not their first pick of the game either, so we'll see if they're more careful, more cautious here on this drive.
Yeah, nothing worse than repeat mistakes, right? You end up coughing the ball up, you end up throwing a pick, everything goes awry. And now, points don't go up on the board. I just heard a fan scream out, I thought the idea was to score points. Yeah, they're getting a little restless too.
And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this third quarter.
This now a 3rd and 4.
Get set, get set. Yellow. Go ahead, go ahead.
Purdy.
And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. yards on the punt, give him just 1 yard on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
At their own 29-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Murray going to throw. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now, that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line, 1st and 10.
At their 36-yard line.
18, watch out. Yellow.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Connects with Kittle underneath.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
A big play there on the catch and run. And it'll move the chains.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. They find some open field here. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line.
It's another 1st down as they bite off 23 more on that one.
I guess he was saving his best for last, so to speak. Longest run of the day coming here in the 4th quarter right there.
And that type of run makes for a better night for him and his teammates, doesn't it? To be able to produce this late in the game can lead to some big smiles and satisfaction in the locker room after this one's over.
Kittle catching the slant. And the Niners are going to be limited 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it. They got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down if they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up. That'd be the time to do it.
3 yards is the gain that time. 2nd and goal.
A gain of 3 brings up 2nd and goal at the 1-yard line.
Purdy on the sneak.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the sneak. Kind of a wasted play there, and now it's 3rd down. On the ground, McCaffrey. And take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown.
Christian McCaffrey. A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the 49ers will add to their 4th quarter lead. Piñeiro's extra point up and good.
And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
27, Cardinals 17.
Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. And this is caught inside the 5. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Throwing now is Murray.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number. Not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense has spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try to chip away at his timing. One of the great coaches said football's a really simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush won, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
Well, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Now Murray's got to have this one. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
So after the big play on 4th, here's 1st and 10.
Now Murray. Throw left side complete. That's Collins. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
That sure looked like a nice call by the defense, and they're very cohesive in their coverage. As soon as he cut inside, they broke on the football and met him as the ball got there and forced the incompletion.
Here's Murray. And this is intercepted. And that should do it.
Picked off by Fred Warner. And the 49ers are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line.
That's now a 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Purdy going to give it to Garindo.
Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Another try for Garindo.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line.
That's Zaven Collins into the backfield with ease and making the stick.
2nd and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming. That one looks like he'll throw here.
Open man, the former Gator. It's Ricky Pearsall. He's had the interception woes in this one, Charles, and that time a little bold to throw it into double coverage, but he beat the double coverage.
Yeah, but I admire that he still will challenge defenders downfield, even though the ball's been in jeopardy a few times in this game.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time.
It's Marte Mapu.
And he'll bring this one back to the 29. Well, in all likelihood, this ball game's still over. I mean, even with the interception, two-score game, they need a miracle.
Curious decision to even throw the ball in that situation, but maybe they saw a stacked line of scrimmage and said, hey, it's better to try and throw it than to try and run against it. In any event, I think you're exactly right. Now, the other team can pad their stats, but I don't think they're going to win.
Yeah, but still, don't change the channel just yet. Now Murray. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Powering his way forward. And the Niners are going to have it here at their own 15.
We knew this was going to be a tall order anyway, down 2 scores with this little time remaining, but that interception puts an end to any hopes that they had.
All right, partner, work with me here because obviously scoring a touchdown, getting the onside kick, then going down, scoring again. Well, that's asking a lot, isn't it? And that's really not a great expectation to begin with. I think they'll look back on this game and see what got them in this spot in the first place and say to themselves, we really gave this game away.
2nd and 7.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 18-yard line.
They go play action here, Purdy.
And now he'll let this one go deep, back over the middle.
And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a 4th pick of the ball game.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
A give running left now, Guerrero. Down the left sideline. And he will take this all the way down to the Cardinals' 30. So the victory here for San Francisco. And they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing